Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Agents of MACE. Today's a little bit different. It'll just be me today, but we're going to go over some more news that came out of D23, as well as some more side Marvel news that's just exciting, and I want to talk about it. So, I'm Drew, and this is the Agents of MACE. All right, everyone. So last time we talked about all of the news coming out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all of the updates that we heard from D23 and from Marvel in general. So we got a lot of good stuff going on there in the live action realm. So if you want to hear about any of that, listen to last week's episode if you haven't already. That's where we talk about all of the live action stuff. For today's episode, we are going to skip the live action stuff. Well, I guess some of this is live action. But we're going to talk more about the video game world and the actual life worlds of the Disney parks and some of the cool updates that are coming. So we'll start with video game stuff because I know that's not for everybody, but I'm super excited. I really like playing video games. The first big update is a game that I don't play, but it's for Fortnite. They are doing a Absolute Doom, I don't know, season. It started on August 16th, and there's a bunch of Fantastic Four characters, Doctor Doom, all of the previous Marvel characters that were in the game. There's like Banana Wolverine. I know Wolverine and Deadpool did a couple things in Fortnite as well. So check that out if you're a big Fortnite player. All of that, I believe, is live. Still, I don't know how long, but I think it's part of like the whole season, Chapter 5, Season 4. So check that out. The big news for me that I'm super excited about is Marvel Rivals, which is a game that I will be almost only playing when it comes out for the Xbox. So check out the trailers for that. There's lots of cool stuff. The closed beta is going on right now. I believe it's only on PlayStation. So if you want to try to get in, you can get keys to get into the closed beta by watching Twitch streamers play the game. But it has a bunch of cool characters, and they've announced more and more and more and more. And I believe one that was announced and then maybe is in the beta. I'm not 100% sure. But they announced Jeff the Shark, which, I mean, that in itself, cool news. I love to see more Jeff the Shark. So check that out. And if you play video games, let us know. And I'll try to play games with you because I really like playing video games. I'm super excited about this Marvel game. Looking forward to it. So the next big news stuff that we have is for the Disney parks, and boy oh boy, is there some cool news. Now, the first two things that we'll go over won't really affect us here in the United States, but if you get a chance to go to Shanghai Disneyland or Hong Kong Disneyland, you will get two new experiences in their Marvel areas. So in Shanghai, we're going to get the Spider-Man Thrill attraction. You go with Peter Parker. You help him get out of a tight spot, join him on a high-speed journey to get out of trouble. The pictures and the images of what it's supposed to look like are pretty cool. So check that out. It is like 100% Spider-Man from the Marvel Universe, Tom Holland Spider-Man. But the overall ride looks pretty cool. Hong Kong Disneyland at their Stark Expo area is getting the, I don't know what it's called. It might actually be called Stark Expo. But essentially you will be attendees at the Stark Expo event where Spider-Man, or I guess Peter Parker, is there to help show off some of Tony Stark's inventions, which unfortunately catches the attention of one of Spider-Man's most formidable villains. So you get to help Spider-Man protect Stark Expo from the villain, and from the images, it looks like Doc Ock. I gotta say, I mean, unless this is just a prank and it's not actually Doc Ock, but the images of Peter Parker, Spider-Man catching the ride that is falling, and Doc Ock is underneath it. So that should be cool. I hope, these rides somehow make their way to Avengers Campus here in the States, but we'll see. Speaking of Avengers Campus, it's about to double in size. So in 2025, they're going to start construction on the expansion. Avengers Campus is going to get way bigger, which, oh my gosh, I used to work at Disney World, so I've been to Disney World a lot. I've never been to Disneyland, and now I just want to wait a little bit longer until all of this is there and I can go enjoy it. So they're adding a couple new rides. The first ride, which I believe will be in the original area for Avengers Campus, so we'll talk about that first, is Stark's Flight Lab. So you get to go on a tour of Tony Stark's facility, and you get to test out some new flying tech. The ride looks pretty cool. It looks like 2 people to a seat or a machine. And as you ride through it, your machine gets picked up by an arm, and it runs you through a bunch of like flight tactics and tests. So it looks pretty cool. The other big one that was announced that will be part of the expansion is called Avengers Infinity Defense. It looks like you will be working with the Avengers to chase down King Thanos, who has stolen some technology. And the Avengers will be chasing him through different worlds. I don't know if it'll be through different worlds in different time, but it will definitely be through different worlds. And you'll go to some cool places like Asgard, Wakanda, and New York City. So apparently you will cross paths with some familiar faces during this fight, I would assume, because it's called Avengers. You'll probably see the Avengers. But you will be chasing down King Thanos to try to get that technology back. There's no images of what the ride itself will look like right now. There are just some pictures of key moments, maybe, that happened in the ride. From the images, it kind of looks like Star Tours, but Avengers Star Tours. So I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see more stuff as we get closer to that. But that construction doesn't even start until next year, so we probably won't have a lot of information for that before then. So the last bit of information, I guess, that I wanted to go over for news stuff was we did get some news. I realized last time we didn't talk about the animated shows, but at D23, they did have exclusive sneak peeks at What If, the new season of What If, the new season of X-Men 97. Well, I guess the new season is still pretty recent. So X-Men 97 Season 2, a series called Eyes of Wakanda, and a new series, Marvel Zombies, which, cool, sort of like a spin-off from What If, and also from Your Friendly Neighborhood, Spider-Man. So a lot of cool shows coming to Disney Plus in the near future. I think some of these have release dates, some of them don't, but as we all know, currently release dates don't really mean anything because stuff just keeps getting moved all around and all over the place. So anyway, lots of very cool stuff, lots of very cool news. So we will keep you posted as more news comes in, because a lot of these things, in perfect Marvel fashion, created more questions than answers. So hopefully some of these questions will be answered soon. Thank you all for listening. Join us next week where we are going to start our watch through of the Daredevil series from Netflix, because we have a lot to get through before the new Daredevil series comes out on Disney Plus. So we want to make sure that we're all caught up on what he has been up to up until this point. So join us next week. We'll talk about episode 1. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you all next time.